Most people think manipulation looks like a villain in a movie. The dramatic betrayal, the obvious lie. That is bad manipulation. Real manipulation. You never see it coming. You never feel the hand moving you. And when it's over, you thank the person who just used you. So what makes the Machiavellian different? The psychopath takes what they want. The narcissist needs you to see them take it. But the Machiavellian, they don't need you to see anything. They only need you to move exactly where they predicted you would. How do they predict you so perfectly? That answer is coming. And it will change how you see every interaction you have ever had. The Machiavellian does not want your love, does not need your fear, does not seek your approval. They want something far more refined. They want to know how you work, what makes you predictable, what makes you betray yourself, what makes you useful. And once they know, you will never see them coming. You will never know you've been played. You will leave the room wondering why you did what you did and thank them for suggesting it. This is not a story about evil. It is a story about architecture, the architecture of influence, the engineering of consent, the construction of a reality where you believe you were the one who chose. 1513, Florence, Italy. A diplomat named Niccolo Machiavelli watches his world collapse. The Medici family returns to power. He is arrested, tortured, exiled to a small farm outside the city. In exile, he writes a book, not about what should be, about what is. The Prince, a manual for rulers, a cold-eyed examination of how power actually works, not through virtue, not through divine right, through strategy, fear, deception, and the careful management of appearance. Machiavelli, with observation, equals the Prince. For 500 years, his name has been a curse. Machiavellian, cunning, scheming, unscrupulous. But the man himself was something more than a villain. He was a diagnostician. He diagnosed something that had always existed but had never been named. The personality type for whom strategy is not a tool, but an identity. To understand the Machiavellian, you must first understand what they are not. They are not psychopaths. Psychopaths lack empathy entirely. They are impulsive. They burn bridges. They leave trails of chaos that anyone can follow. The Machiavellian is not impulsive. They are patient. They do not burn bridges. They own them. They are not narcissists. Narcissists need your admiration. They feed on your attention. They cannot stand to be ignored. The Machiavellian does not need your approval. They need your utility. They can wait, they can blend. They can disappear into the background, because the background is where strategy happens. Research on the dark triad psychopathy, narcissism, Machiavellianism has revealed something crucial. These three traits are often found together, but they are not the same. Psychopathy is about recklessness. Narcissism is about grandiosity. Machiavellianism is about strategy. And strategy requires three things. Pillar 1, a long view. The Machiavellian thinks in years, not minutes. They are playing a game you don't even know exists. They will sacrifice today for tomorrow because they know tomorrow is where the real game begins. Pillar 2, emotional detachment. They do not make decisions based on how they feel. They make decisions based on what works. Their emotions are not drivers. They are data. Pillar 3, a theory of you. They know what you want. They know what you fear. They know what you will do when pressured, when praised, when ignored. They have a theory of you, and it is almost always correct. Let us enter the Machiavellian's mind. What does it feel like to think this way? Phase 1, observation. Before the Machiavellian moves, they watch. They watch how you react to praise. They watch how you react to pressure. They watch what you want and what you fear. They watch who you trust and who you envy. Nothing is irrelevant. Every detail is a thread, and every thread can be pulled. When you are being observed by a Machiavellian, you will not know it. You will simply feel interesting. Interesting in a way you cannot explain. Phase 2, modeling. Once they have enough data, they build a model, not of you as you are, of you as a WAS system. If I say this, you will respond that way. If I withhold that, you will work harder. If I introduce this person, you will feel competitive. If I create this crisis, you will turn to me for safety. They are not predicting your behavior. They are programming it. Phase 3, the lever. Every person has a lever, something that moves them without their awareness. For some, it is approval. For others, it is fear. For others, it is the need to be needed. For others, it is the terror of being seen as weak. The Machiavellian finds the lever, they test it gently, they calibrate, then they pull. And you do exactly what they need you to do, believing it was your idea. The Machiavellian's tools are not threats or violence. They are more refined, more elegant, more invisible. The average person wants results now. They want gratification immediately. They cannot wait. The Machiavellian can wait. They will wait months for the right moment. They will wait years for the right relationship. They will wait decades for the right outcome, because waiting costs them nothing and rushing costs everything. Knowledge is power, but only if it is one-sided. The Machiavellian knows you, your secrets, your weaknesses, your patterns, your history. You know nothing of them. They reveal nothing that cannot be used. They share nothing that cannot be weaponized. They let you believe you know them. You do not. The Machiavellian never tells you what to do. They present options. They frame choices. They create a landscape where the decision they want feels like your own. What do you think we should do? I trust your judgment. You know this situation better than I do. You walk into the trap with your head high, proud of your decision, grateful for their trust. The Machiavellian gives you what you want, help when you need it, praise when you crave it, validation when you doubt yourself. But the gift is never free. Every favor is a future obligation. Every kindness is a future leverage point. Every moment of support is a thread that will be pulled. You accept the gift. You feel grateful. You feel safe. You are not safe. You are in debt. Nowhere is the Machiavellian's art more refined than in relationships, not just romantic, professional, familial, social. Every relationship is a system, and every system can be optimized. The Machiavellian does not choose people they like. They choose people they can use. What do you have that they need? Connections, resources, access, influence, emotional availability. You are not being chosen for who you are. You are being chosen for what you provide. Once chosen, you are cultivated. They give you attention. They give you validation. They give you the sense that you matter to them. But the cultivation has a shape. They reinforce behaviors that serve them. They discourage behaviors that threaten their control. They shape you into exactly what they need, without you ever realizing you are being shaped. Eventually, the cultivation ends. The resource you provided is no longer needed, or a better resource has appeared, or you have begun to see too clearly. And then, silence, distance, the door closes. You are left wondering what happened. You replay the relationship. You search for the moment it went wrong. And you never find it, because it was always going to end this way. For you, it was a relationship. For them, it was a transaction. What makes the Machiavellian so effective? What allows them to see people as systems, relationships as transactions, trust as a resource to be spent? The answer lies in what they lack: the absence of moral emotion. Psychopaths lack empathy entirely. Machiavellians are different. They understand empathy. They can perform it flawlessly. They simply do not feel it. Moral emotion, guilt, shame, disgust does not move them. They know that betraying someone is wrong. They simply do not feel the wrongness. And without moral emotion, strategy has no brakes. The strategic use of emotion. The Machiavellian does not suppress emotion. They deploy. When anger serves them, they are angry. When fear serves them, they are afraid. When vulnerability serves them, they are wounded. Their emotions are not reactions, they are tools. And because they choose when to feel, they are never controlled by what they feel. In moments of crisis, most people panic. They react. They make mistakes. The Machiavellian does not. They have trained themselves to remain calm when others lose control, to think when others react, to act when others freeze. Chaos is not a threat to them. Chaos is an opportunity. The Machiavellian is not born. They are made. Research suggests that high Machiavellianism often emerges from environments where trust was dangerous. Not necessarily abuse, though sometimes. More often, inconsistency, unpredictability, the slow realization that people cannot be relied upon. When the world teaches you that vulnerability is weakness, you stop being vulnerable. When people teach you that trust is foolish, you stop trusting. When relationships teach you that connection costs more than it gives, you stop connecting. The Machiavellian refines their skills over years, decades. They learn what works. They learn what fails. They build a library of human behavior so complete, so precise, that prediction becomes automatic. They do not guess what you will do. They know. Eventually, the strategy becomes who they are, not a mask they wear. The face beneath. They no longer remember what it felt like to trust without calculation, to love without strategy, to connect without a purpose, and they are not sure they would want to. Every strategy has a cost. The Machiavellians is invisible until it is not. They control everything. They trust no one. They let nothing happen by accident. But control is exhausting. The constant calculation, the endless observation, the perpetual vigilance. There is no rest, no letting go, no moment when the game stops. They are surrounded by people. They are never with them. Relationships are transactions. Trust is weakness. Connection is inefficiency. And at the end of the day, when the strategy is done, when the game is paused, there is no one. When you have spent your life becoming what others need, what is left? When you have optimized yourself for strategy, what remains of the self that was not a tool? The Machiavellian often cannot answer. They have become the mask, and the face beneath has disappeared. The Machiavellian is not a relic of Renaissance Italy. They are the future, the new arena. The tools of power have changed. The strategies have not. In a world of information, the Machiavellian is an information architect. In a world of networks, the Machiavellian is a network engineer. In a world of trust deficits, the Machiavellian is a trust merchant. They do not fight the old wars. They design the new ones. The algorithm. The Machiavellian mind is the original algorithm. Pattern recognition, outcome optimization, strategic detachment. And now they are building machines that think the same way, the singularity. The Machiavellian does not need to be the loudest voice in the room. They do not need to be the most powerful. They need to be the most connected. And in a world of networks, connection is power. How do you defend against a mind that has spent its life learning to control yours? The first defense, recognize the game. The Machiavellian's greatest advantage is invisibility. You cannot defend against what you cannot see. So see, when a relationship feels too perfect, when trust feels manufactured, when you find yourself doing things you cannot explain, stop, look, ask who benefits. The second defense, protect your information. The Machiavellian needs your data to control you. Your fears, your secrets, your patterns, your history. Do not give it freely. Share slowly. Trust cautiously. Let people earn access to your interior world. Information is power. Keep yours. The third defense, trust your body. The Machiavellian can fool your mind. They cannot fool your body. If something feels wrong, if you feel drained, if you feel confused after interactions, your body knows. Trust it. The fourth defense, build your own network. The Machiavellian isolates you to control you, so do not be isolated. Cultivate relationships outside their sphere. People who know you, people who see clearly, people who will tell you when something is wrong. A network of witnesses is the best defense against a predator who works in shadows. The fifth defense, become unpredictable. The Machiavellian's power depends on prediction. They know what you will do because you are predictable. So stop being predictable. Change your patterns. Question your assumptions. Do not let anyone, including yourself, assume they know what you will do next. The sixth defense, refuse the game. The Machiavellian's game only works if you play. So do not play. Do not try to outmaneuver them. Do not try to prove you are smarter. Do not try to win, just leave. The only way to win against a Machiavellian is to refuse the game entirely. Here is what the Machiavellian hopes you never understand. They are not invincible. Their strategy works because you believe it works. Their control holds because you believe you cannot escape, but you can. The Machiavellian's greatest fear is not exposure, it is irrelevance. If you stop playing, they cannot control you. If you stop reacting, they cannot move you. If you stop caring what they think, they have no power. They are not the center of your story. You are. Niccolo Machiavelli wrote The Prince to describe power as it is, not as we wish it to be. He was not wrong. Power does work this way. Manipulation does work this way. But he missed something. He missed that power is not the only thing that works. He missed that connection, trust, vulnerability. These are not weaknesses. They are strengths he could not see. He missed that the person who chooses not to play the game has already won. The Machiavellian will always be there, in boardrooms and bedrooms, in governments and friendships, in the spaces where power is exchanged. But you do not have to be their piece. You can see the game. You can choose not to play. You can build something they cannot touch, a life of genuine connection, real trust, and the courage to be vulnerable. That is the final evolution, not more strategy, more humanity. They studied you to control you. Now you know them. Subscribe for more.